Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Curve, where we bring you all the latest Grandmasters news on Curve. The penultimate week of Grandmasters saw Alutimu make it through to the finals, with his lineup consisting of OTK Demon Hunter, Garrote Rogue, Face Hunter, and most surprisingly Control Warrior. A deck we haven't seen much of recently is now being utilised due to a combination of the recent nerfs, along with this week being Last Hero Standing format. To make it to the finals, he beat Garrote 3-2 in a close series and then blasted past Give Please 3-0 in the semi-final with his Face Hunter. Meeting him in the finals was Alan, who followed up his win last week with a run past Trahison and a close semi-final versus Lambie series, taking the match 3-2 and ending it with his Quest Warlock that included his special tech of Altar Fire, which helped him out multiple times over the course of the weekend. In the finals, Alutimu got off to a good start, winning Game 1 with his Hunter, but it was swiftly answered in Game 2 with Alan's Garrote Rogue. Unfortunately for Alan, he could not reproduce his results from last week and fell to Alutimu's OTK Demon Hunter 3-1, leaving Alutimu the Week 6 APAC champion. In Europe, we saw some big wins for Casey and Letta. By making it to top 4, they were able to have a successful week and bank some very much needed points. Unfortunately for them, that's where the run ended, as both Yala and Gabby took victories against Casey and Letta respectively to make it to the finals. The finals consisted of multiple counter queues, with Gabby picking his Big Warrior to take a win versus Yala's Rogue in Game 2, being swiftly answered by Yala's Quest Mage, a strong counter to Big Warrior. Once the Warrior was out of the way, however, it was Gabby's Rogue that came out on top, taking wins over the Mage first and then over Yala's Celestial Druid to win the series 3-2, banking yet another 5 points for Gabby and securing him as the current European leader. The Americas saw Rami having a strong run this week. Starting off with only 3 points, he not only made it to top 8, but then continued all the way to the finals, beating 2 of the current best performing players in the season so far. Versus Dreadeye, Rami swept with an easy 3-0 with his Aggro Druid, a deck that has been noticeably missing from Europe this season. And then versus Monsanto, Rami showed us he was no one-trick, taking the series 3-0 with his Garrote Rogue this time. Facing him in the finals was Frozen, who started the week off with only 5 points and wanted to convert the success from the China Team League into Grandmasters. He did this by defeating Language Hacker 3-2 and No Hands Gamer also 3-2, having a much closer set of series than his finalist opponent Rami. Luckily for Frozen, that's where the tough matches ended. In the finals, Frozen fans didn't have to worry if his choice of bringing Death Rattle Demon Hunter or Control Warrior were going to be punished, as he made quick work of Rami using only his Garrote Rogue. Not the first time we've seen a rogue sweep, and no doubt the last, but the week ended with Frozen doubling his points for Grandmasters and sitting at a much more comfortable 10 points. As we prepare for the final week of the regular season, we have a much clearer view of what is needed from the Grandmasters in Week 7. Whether it's a final push for first or second seed into playoffs, or one last ditch attempt at fending off relegation. Make sure to tune in next week to see the conclusion. And that is going to be it for us here at The Curve this week. As usual, make sure to go to playhearthstone.com/esports to check out any of the matches you may have missed. And make sure to tune in next week as we work out who has made it into playoffs and who unfortunately will be relegated from Grandmasters. We'll see you next time in the tavern.